What's up, guys? Welcome to Immediate Review, where we see a movie in theaters and then review it immediately in my car. We just saw Peanut Butter Falcon, as you would assume, considering you clicked on this video. So let's go ahead and start the review. What are your thoughts?
Okay. So, where do I begin? First off, I'd like to say I don't know much about. I know this is a retelling of, I think, Huckleberry Finn. Pretty sure Huckleberry Finn, or is it Tom Sawyer?
It wasn't. I believe it was.
People are gonna think I'm dumb for that, but I just don't know. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I don't know either. But, so we're not trained in classical mediums of storytelling.
Literature.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I don't really know how close it is or what dynamics are there. But it's fine. It's a solid feel good movie that your parents or grandparents will just really love, and it's harmless. It's not amazing, but it's just it's just a good movie. I really like everything with Zach. I do. I quite enjoyed Zach's character. I feel like whoever wrote this, or directed it, or just people in the
written and directed by the same person.
And so it was directed by two people I saw at the end. Yeah. But anyways, just someone in the production either just understands Down syndrome well or positive has it themselves. I don't know. Just there's definitely a genuine. It's not relying on movie tropes. I got vibes that they understood it.
From what I understand, they basically Zach wanted to be a movie star essentially, and was talking to the directors at some sort of event that was happening, and
really, wow,
and they were basically it's going to be really difficult for a part to be,
I don't know the actor's name.
Yeah, I don't either. That's the thing. He wasn't an actor before they met him, and he was like, I want to be an actor.
He is now.
And yeah, they wrote the movie for him.
I'll look it up. We have the power of the internet. Might as well fucking...
Yeah, and they did. They wrote the movie for Zach specifically, to have a character based around him that they could have a narrative and just kind of built the movie around it.
But I loved Zach. Shia LaBeouf, I don't know. It's weird gang war turf over crab fishing territory plotline. I don't know how that connects to the original story. Dakota Johnson's character, I really at first I really loved her character. And then once she actually met up with them, kind of fumbled around, and then it just became the trope of I love you now.
Yeah.
And
Lady and the Tramp.
And then she started getting more 50 Shades of Grey. At first I was oh, she's great in this. After Suspiria, I really respected her more as an actress. And at first I was enjoying her performance. I thought it was very genuine. And then just eventually it did start to get very 50 Shades of Grey, just stilted. Very lame, I don't know. Yeah, and, but yeah, all in all, it's a movie that I'd wait for it on Netflix. I don't think it's a head to the theaters immediately. So while you talk, I'm going to look up this movie, and I swear I'm listening. The actor's name is Zach.
I know.
Okay. Zach Gottsigan. Zach Gottsigan, I'm assuming. Okay, continue. Sorry.
So I had pretty high expectations for this movie. I was, really hoping that it was going to be, kind of an artistic masterpiece, I guess, and going in with those expectations, I was, bound to be disappointed.
I was not.
So yeah, it definitely wasn't as good as I expected. You know, it was a very kind of standard feel good movie. You know, like you just kind of you go and see it. Like, you know, he has, you know, there are character arcs and things like that, and you know it does comedy well, and it, you know, it doesn't do anything bad. It just wasn't what I expected it to be, and you know, I feel like honestly it might have been better if the soundtrack was a little more on key when it came to like emotional notes and things like that. There was only really one scene that I felt actually had a good song to accompany the emotion that it was trying to convey. And that's the scene where it's at night and they're at the dock, but it's ruined by just this like 12 to 15 second just slow zoom into Shia LaBeouf's
I thought
face.
I feel like they forgot to like cut back to her dancing.
Yeah, something happened.
Because I was
there.
expecting that. I was like, all right, cut back to Dakota Johnson, maybe slow mo dancing, having a good time.
Yeah.
You're just gonna show Shia LaBeouf for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Same face.
And yeah, and yeah, I felt that the tone of the song kind of fit into like an idea of like family love, and they were just like, oh no, there's a deeper love here, and you know, it just kind of turned into that standard of like, you know, these two guys are out on an adventure, girl joins in, obviously going to date one of them, and
Yep.
her character literally just becomes that. It's like a means for Shia LaBeouf's like relationships to build because his brother died. What was up with those flashbacks, dude? The flashbacks were awful, dude. I couldn't.
It was always them
laughing.
Drinking and shit.
Yeah,
but
man,
it's
just
what's
like,
his nuts from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's like they just bring out this like high class actor, like, you know, the Punisher.
Is he high class?
I mean, he's on that Netflix series and he's in movies fucking everywhere. Man.
I'll say possibly Do you know his name?
No.
You don't even know his name.
Why would I fucking know his name, man? He's not that
You said
good.
he's high class.
He's high class, man. He was in fucking Widows for like a...
Was he?
Yeah, he was one of the husbands.
Oh, he was. Shane is his character.
He's the
name
one that
in
got
Walking
shot
Dead.
in the gut.
All
yeah.
right, we're getting off topic.
But yeah, like these crazy just like flashbacks that just go back and like I really feel like the scene where Zach says I'm gonna give you my wishes for my birthday was a perfect emotional note until it started doing those flashbacks. Like it just comes out of nowhere and feels so weird. And does not it doesn't need to be there. Like it could easily be conveyed,
dude,
you know, through like a token like memento item or something like people use, you know, those little like picture like, you know, clock like flip books or fucking whatever you see from like the old days. But yeah, they could have done it besides having like 18 fucking just corny ass flashbacks to
I think
someone.
there were only two, but they just made such a stupid
there
impression.
was a lot.
Unless there was
like,
one when I went to the bathroom. I only remember two.
I mean,
they were just both really bad.
I guess they cut back and forth to it and whatnot, but yeah, man, it was like it was bad. And the I think what makes it the worst is that it's like it doesn't like mean anything. Like we don't get any sort of like, you know, knowledge about the brother or their relationship. Just he
died in the cheapest car crash ever put to cinema.
That car crash was bad. But yeah, like literally the only thing we know about them is they liked each other and they drank and smiled in various locations.
There was a vague like thing where it was implying his brother was like there was one part where his brother like grabbed his neck and he was like, and then Chad like grabbed it, and I don't know, it was almost implying that for a second that his brother was like, I don't know, too rough with him or something. I don't know. Fucking it was weird.
My brother used to beat me.
I don't know. Yeah, just most everything with Shia LaBeouf, I was just like, get on with it.
Yeah.
I just
yeah, I was way more interested in Zach's perspective rather than viewing it from Shia. And yeah, I also liked Dakota Fanning's
Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson's character. Sorry, internet. I feel like she did a good job of, because the way that she behaves towards Zach, especially, Shia corrects her on it and whatnot, of like, taking away his like independence and whatnot, and allowing him to choose for himself.
Sorry,
because she's not a support person. She's there for like working at a retirement home that he just so happens to be, sent to by the state, and that's just where he ended up.
I do like that she kind of does point out, that it's part of her job and she's doing the best she can, and like she doesn't agree either, but like she's got to do what she's got to do. Like they weren't just totally portraying her as like, frumpy government woman who wants to take away everybody's rights. Like I don't know. I thought they did do a good job with that. Sorry, continue.
And it makes sense that she would come along, especially with the throwing the keys in the water was a clever way to link the group together. But yeah, just in terms of like story arcs and things like that, I feel like it tries to reach this kind of pinnacle, and it just really doesn't end up getting there for me. It just kind of like the cinematography and the soundtrack, were very basic and whatnot.
Let's go through the list quickly of some of the things. Let's see, directing. You got any comments on the directing and the writing? I guess you already did a little.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the directing and writing were decent. Honestly, I felt like everything, made sense of like why the story was progressing the way that it was. Dialogue between people wasn't, awful, especially the scene where Zach's like dunking his head in the water and they're having their little back and forth.
That was clever, yeah.
Scenes like that are tough to write, and having an actual like, real argument go back and forth, I think was good to show.
It showed, what was Dakota Johnson's character's name?
I don't remember.
Just Dakota Johnson, yeah.
Dakota Johnson.
I don't remember Shia LaBeouf's either, but I do like how when they dunked him in, how it showed progression a little bit of her kind of, I guess, loosening up a bit. Because she's like, what? You're going to dunk him in? And then they're having a conversation, and then she's like, oh, go back under.
Right.
And just, there were some, like, subtle character things there. And then they're just like, oh, fuck it. You two kiss, love each other, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And yeah, I did not like the
ending.
The ending, like, villain just being like this like mean redneck guy who's gonna beat up disabled people.
Now that whole, oh, you mean the wrestler?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of liked that, but I was like, no, I did, because he was just like an asshole, and fucking that's pretty realistic. And then we get major payoff that was established earlier, because when I saw the video, when he popped in the videotape, I was like, Chekhov's gun, right there, like that's happening. And I felt the guy deserved it, and it really seemed like they plucked an actual just like fucking shitty ass like fucking Harley Davidson riding
stagehand.
Yeah, like one of the grips who's just 7 feet tall. He was cheesy and over the top though, for sure.
And
but the other villain, I don't like this whole subplot of just like you fucking crabbing in our territory. These are our waters, boy. We'll get you. And he's just like, I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. And then
coming after our crabs. Coming after our crabs.
I'm not familiar with fucking river fishing culture.
We ain't river folk out here, all right?
I just didn't know there were specific territories where only they're allowed to fish in, and so I guess I wasn't clear on that. I don't know how accurate that is to real life or why it's a thing.
You don't crab in another man's crabbing spot. You don't steal another man's hard-earned crabs.
And so the guy's chasing him, and he's so over the top. However, he's the dude from Dusk Till Dawn, the guy, the convenience store clerk at the beginning of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was cool to see him, but it's like, then and then at the end they like spoiler alert Shia LaBeouf, and then it's just like, okay.
Yeah, Shia his character like kind of switches gears pretty heavily with the just like, oh, I ain't taking you along, you slow me down, I don't need nobody drag along, and then they're just like, oh, by the way, he's a criminal. It's just like,
You're a criminal?
You're a criminal? Well, now we got something in common. We're best friends now. Come on,
dog,
let's get a high five going. Like it's crazy.
I'm a loner. It was just the total, just like, I'm a loner, man. I don't need nobody.
She's like, you're a loner too. We're gonna be best friends.
I hate to be such a cynical ass about these type of movies. But, like you said, you just expect more from it. And there were things I like. I genuinely loved everything with Zach. I wish we could get more scenes, maybe narration, where Zach's like, these people annoy me.
Inner monologue of Zach, yeah, that'd be good.
There's just too much fluff. Cinematography, man, it was so fucking, like, the most basic, like, cinema quality you can get, like the most, like, the threshold of TV to cinema. That's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely didn't try hard to do anything unique with cinematography at all.
And a lot of the like landscape shots were pretty noisy. There was some nice framing here and there and some sky shots, but the music, man, the music wasn't memorable at all. Just like,
it was very like Middle Eastern, like kind of Oriental, and then they had some songs, some fit the tone of the scene, most didn't. I honestly feel like that was the biggest negative of the movie for me. It was just the soundtrack.
Well, I love that type of shit. I guess it didn't work as well, though. I don't remember. I remember vague happy music. Man, I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah. I should have. Editing, set design, costumes.
Whitey tighties.
They're making a comeback, man.
Whitey
Seen
tighties.
A lot of movies where people just getting whitey tighties. Yeah, I guess, is there anything else you want to say about the movie or memorable scenes? Okay, I do. The Baptist scene, that's got to be something in the book. They got to come, they have to come. Which book is it? I didn't check that. Freaking. Classic American fiction. You know the one I'm talking about. The Baptist guy, the blind Baptist. That scene just felt so random, like it's based on something that's in the book.
That's the thing. I don't know if this was like based on a book. I think
it is, no, because it's an adaptation of kind of like how Brother Warthow is an adaptation of Homer. This is like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. I just can't fucking remember it. They even say in the movie, like, it's based on a Mark Twain. Which Mark Twain? God damn it. I guess it's just Mark Twain's style. I don't know. Whatever. Shit, what was I talking about?
I mean, we can roll back the tape.
No, we'll just delete part of that later. Shit. Well, so is there any last minute things you want to say about the movie?
Yeah, just say overall, movie was decent. You know, if you want a feel-good family movie and you want to see, you know, some people like in their underwear, you know, running around, you watch this movie, and yeah, it'll tide you over. But yeah, for the most part, did not impress me as much as I expected.
Yeah, I'm always hesitant with these kind of feel-good movies. And, you know, I'm, like, you know, we're cynical about the movie, but, you know, we do good in real life. And so, I don't know. We like to watch fucked up shit sometimes and enjoy that more than sentimental shit that we... Yeah.
That honestly, I feel like could be done better, you know.
Yeah.
Could come from a different place.
Alright, so let's quickly go over the trailers we saw. So, Alien's coming into town.
Yes.
I'm down to see it.
Yes, Alien. We will review Aliens.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Seen Alien. I've seen Alien as well. I love Alien.
So, expect that.
Alright. Playing with Fire.
Okay, this movie looks like it fucking sucks.
Dude, it looks like... It looks fucking... Nah, yeah, it looks like it sucks.
Yeah, it's like a Nickelodeon fucking kids movie.
It is. It's a lost 90s movie.
Yeah, it's literally just going to be like big, bad, burly man. Like,
It's
don't like kids. And then he finds out that kids weren't that bad after all.
Yeah, Tooth Fairy, The Pacifier. There's a slew of them. You know, Kindergarten Cop. It's a tale as old as time. And then after Playing with Fire, we get a trailer for Terrence Malick's The Hidden Life, which, looks incredible.
A Hidden Life, man. Terrence Malick, like, you beautiful, beautiful man.
He's like, not, but in his soul. I'm just kidding.
Alright, man. If Terrence Malick was, like, in front of me and was like, yeah, I can make a masterpiece movie, but you gotta blow me. You gotta do what you gotta do for all of humanity, okay? I feel like everybody watching this would agree, okay? Alright, Terrence Malick, like, we need more Thin Red Lines in our life.
Alright, dude, but here's the thing that I don't think you fully understand is that Terrence Malick's last 3 movies have, like, totally fucking blown.
Yeah, but when he fucking when he gets it right, you know, he gets it right.
I know. I'm just saying.
Why,
I'm just saying this better be his comeback. According to Rotten Tomatoes, it is. A lot of people are saying that it's a movie that finally has a narrative.
Dude, he's gonna come on back.
It does look amazing. It looks phenomenal. Yeah, I fucking love Terrence Malick.
Yeah, can't fucking wait. We're gonna review that one.
Fucking gorgeous cinematography. They're using like I think like it's like a 6 or 8K like Red Dragon Weapon X or something. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got an amazing color spectrum and it fucking looks great. Harriet. That looks awesome.
Okay, I'm super stoked for this one. Did not know this was coming out. Very excited to see something like that.
I saw a trailer months ago. I think it was for the first time I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And yeah, I haven't seen another one since, and I totally forgot about it. But yeah, stoked to see that one. We'll definitely go. I do not... I'm going to have to look up... I don't know if I want to look up more information about Harriet Tubman before or after the movie. I probably should, because it might spoil the movie sometimes, you know? Because I don't know if... Was she a gun-toting badass? Like...
I don't remember, but I mean, we went and saw Hunger, and we didn't look at any of the history behind it beforehand. We waited till afterwards. I feel like we should keep that standard.
Yeah, I'll do a bit of looking. Right. Knives Out.
The Rian Johnson epic Knives Out.
All right.
Okay. We don't like Rian Johnson. Okay? We're just going to throw that out there. We don't like him. All right? Like, I feel like if he like came forward and admitted what he did wrong with Star Wars, then I'd be okay with it, but he doesn't. He doesn't take any responsibility for his actions.
With no bigoted values.
Yeah, it's like
on our part.
I can't stand the guy. He's a pretentious fuck.
He is.
And yeah, we're gonna review that movie too.
But okay, so it looks good. I have a major bias because I do like think he's kind of a pompous asshole, regardless of what you think of The Last Jedi. He kind of he's a dick to like people who try to legitimately criticize it, and he's trying to like label a bunch of people. It's because there is a shitty group of people who are just like super like racist and sexist, and so he's just like, yeah, everybody who hates The Last Jedi is one of them. And I don't know. But all that aside, Knives Out looks pretty good, and I'm going to try to set aside my bias. It looks like it has an amazing cast.
I'm not setting aside my
bias. Oh, just a little bit. Come on. Unless, like, someone, like, drinks milk out of a cow.
Oh, look, Daddy, I'm a farmer. I'm a farmer, Daddy.
Special guest director. But come on, I mean, Toni Collette, I don't know, the cast looks great. The Goldfinch.
Okay, so I looked up a little bit about this one. It's like a book, and it won a Pulitzer.
Okay.
So it's like, you know,
it looks like a fake Oscar bait trailer to me.
I mean, yeah.
Like, everything was just a cliche, like slamming a book down and just like fucking standing in the rain and just like I don't know, man. I just like I was laughing at the thing.
It's definitely weird.
It wasn't even weird. It was just so I don't know. I'm judging it in a weird way, but
you know Kendrick Lamar won a Pulitzer.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you gotta take that with a grain of salt.
I don't know what the fuck it's about, but it just kept going and going, and it was just like from the Oscar-winning Oscar to ever Oscar the Oscars.
I basically know what it's about, but I'm not gonna explain it here in a video.
Alright, cool. And then Judy, the Judy Garland biopic with Renee Zellweger.
Judy, Bo Booty.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'll see it. You know, if we're gonna be in a renaissance of like awesome biopics, like so be it. Let's let it happen.
It looks pretty damn good. And there are two trailers I want to go over that we missed before. Okay, Black Xmas. Boo. Don't want a third remake of Black Xmas.
I haven't seen any of the other ones, so
we're gonna go
can't
see
comment, it. But yeah, we're gonna see it. So.
Because we have the Regal Unlimited app now, and so.
Dude, don't tell them that.
Oh shit. We're not being paid by them. But yeah, fuck Black Christmas. I'm so pissed about it, but whatever. Maybe it'll be good. So Terminator Dark Fate.
Terminator.
Man, they need to stop doing these movies, okay? Like,
you're the most human one I've ever seen. Yeah, I'll go see this. You know, odds are I'll be dragged into going and seeing it by a specific person. So yeah, you know, we'll check it out then. But if we get a chance to see it together, then we'll do a review of it and let you guys know what we think. I've seen most of the Terminator movies, none of the newer ones, but I liked, you know, the first three.
Dude, I think they just need to stop, man. I don't know.
It's time to stop.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is their last shot. Like, if they don't get it right now with everybody coming back and trying to reset the timeline again, then yeah, it needs to go away. And maybe original ideas. Yeah.
I just I don't even want to get into it. Yeah. They got 8 Mile, that shit. Alright, let's go to the next fucking movie. Bam.